first things first. Usually when I have my drawings open, this is usually the order that I have it in. I have the X fixtures up first, then the title block, the E base, X base, demolition plan, fixture plan, then the elevations. This just makes more sense for me. And I actually usually start with the title block first, just because I want to get it out of the way. So for this, go 6F, date my initials, date, double check to make sure the logo's here, save it, and we're good. Okay. So back where I was at, we get their line work from their drawing, select it all, make sure that we've got everything, and then copy it into the eBase file. There's going to be line work already in the template, but you're just going to want to take it out so you're not confused. And kind of just paste it into place. And that's pretty much all you have to do here. If this is a PDF, you're going to want to match these layers. This is going to be for most of the line work. And actually, this is the one thing that I do need to do, is put the fixture that we're going to be replacing. And just to speed things up, it's actually going to be this one based on this layout format. Go ahead and delete that because we don't need it. And that's pretty much all you need to do on this one. Oh, and to change these fixtures to existing so they don't show up in your demolition plan. So once this is good, just save, and then you move into the Xbase file. Make sure you reload your XREFs. There's going to be like a little icon to help you remember. You can go ahead and delete that because that's from the template. Then you just go ahead and draw out your boundary for your in contract phase. Then it's going to do BH for boundary hatch. Select that. Then it's going to want to match this here. And I guess it's good to double check to make sure it's the right color. So once you highlight it, the color should be 125, 125, 125. So we're going to just go ahead and change it. It might be an old template that you're using. This was from the previous drawing that was here. Just go ahead and delete that. Then you're going to place this one. It's supposed to be. But I'll fix that up later. We'll just leave it like this for now. Okay. So line this up on the center point of the fixture. And that should be all you need to do on this page. Basically, everything that you need to edit is going to be in the left-hand corner. So just to double check to make sure that you place the new T-Vision block, make sure it's on the right layer, and that you have these dotting contract hatching shown appropriately. And then you just save. And then from here, I move on to the sheet files. First one's the demolition plan. Make sure you reload your XREF. This is all from before. You could either reuse it or just delete it. I'm just going to move it for now. Place this keynote, point to the piece of equipment that you're replacing. This is just a boundary because the fixture label sometimes doesn't show up. And then on the contract labels, And that's pretty much all you have to do with this one. Then we move on to the fixture plan. Same deal, make sure you reload, move the existing stuff out of the way, and place these again. It's kind of a redundant step, but it's kind of necessary just because of how these drawings are set up. Place these dimensions. It's really bothering me. Okay, but essentially, place all this stuff the way it's supposed to be. Note 1 points to the monitor. Note 2 points to this power and data port. Change this to 2. I think that's all we need for this one as well. I'll move on to the elevation. Check to make sure this is the right color. Then you import your PDF. So just delete whatever's here or move it to the side. Then once you, I've already done this PDF, so I'm just going to go ahead and just import it. So from the PDF, go to the elevation. I believe it was this one. So right click, extract pages, that page. Okay. So let's just go 48, this is at quarter scale. You might have to explode this a couple times just to get the right layer. Select. And so on and so forth. So you kind of just go through and do that for the rest of this. Add these elevation heights. So that's good. Sometimes this won't line up, so you have to move it a little bit. Add this dimension. Wall system. Their stuff. Make it a little bit nicer. And once you get through cleaning up that up, the last thing that we need to do is add the dimensions. And I just grabbed their standard dimension. Oh, right. Then you got to grab your T-Vision. Grab the T-Vision block. snap to that. It's gonna go over, you can delete it. Line work, or just leave it the way it is. Go through the different dimension. And then that should be good to go. Okay, so from here, you're ready to print. So, or actually just have the save all command and it'll save everything. But only do that if you're 100% sure that's what you want to do. It just kind of saves time. Now you're ready to publish. Oh, at first, double check to make sure that, and make sure that you're in your layout view. So if you're in model space, just click the tab down here, and this is your paper space view. And this is where you're going to be doing all your publishing from. But first, double check to make sure that everything is looking correctly. So make sure that the pen setting is set to standard Timo full. Make sure everything looks like this with the TWG to PDF, or full bleed, D. I think those are the only three things that you really need to check to make sure. And then if it's not applied to the layout, and this shouldn't be grayed out, but just click apply to layout. Cancel. Then you're ready to publish. Then you're going to want to select, or what I do, because I usually have a lot of stuff open. I'll just select everything, then select only the things I want to keep, and that's going to be these layout views. So just these three, then just delete all that, and then select everything again. And the sheet that you applied the layout to is the one that you're going to want to select first. So highlight everything, then just select that one, and it should apply it to all your files that you have open, just like that. So this is up to your preference, but you can specify which location the files can be saved at. Good rule of thumb is just to save it into your projects under prints. But what I do, just so I have 2 copies of it, I save it in my documents, and then I copy it over to the right folder, just so I have 2 copies, just in case I might lose one or something gets erased, I'll have a backup of it. So that's pretty much a drawing in less than 30 minutes with some technical difficulties. But did anybody have anything else? Was there something that you wanted to show us, Catherine?
Yeah, so yeah, if you're done, I can share my screen with you.
Sure. You should be able to. Let me stop sharing.
Okay, perfect. So, okay, I actually have 2 questions. So the first is what I was talking about before about spacing it on the wall. So I centered it with the previous fixture that was here, and it was a double 102 times something like that. Yeah. Anyways, I centered it where those were, but obviously it's a little off. You want me just to center it off on the wall and then put these at the end of the wall?
Yeah, that's kind of tricky because it's not going to look centered because of the fixture on the side here. Does that make any sense?
Right here, right. Yeah. Would you space it with like the edge of that in the door?
What do you think, Samaya?
Will you zoom out a little bit, Catherine?
Yeah.
Because that's suspiciously close to the door.
Yeah.
Is that the exit door, or is that to like back of house?
It's towards the back of the house.
Yeah, that's okay. Kind of weird.
Because the entrance is all the way over here.
So that
is
fixture,
it not that fixture next to the door?
On the left of the,
So let me pull this one up.
Yeah, because the one on the left, like on the bottom, kind of looks like an existing T-Vision, right? Or is it some other fixture? Yeah, could be something else, but it seems really odd to put it all the way in the back of the store.
Right.
I actually did this one a little while ago, so I'm trying to remember. I looked for all the fixtures on the sheet because I saw that it was in the back, and I looked at the other 3 options listed. I think this one's an Evo. So, and there weren't any. This was the only fixture available out of all the ones listed.
Okay.
But I'll definitely double check that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just wondering on your existing drawings that you were looking at, if it notes what the other two fixtures are at the front of the store.
Let me just pull that up real quick.
Okay,
So one is a WB6 and a FMG6.
okay. Yeah, those aren't one of the ones that are listed.
Right. And what's the one in the back?
The one
That
in
you
the
did.
back is a AC34.
Okay,
Okay.
that was one of our options that,
Yeah,
for
that
the
makes
graphic
sense.
poster.
Okay.
Yeah, and like all these others too, none of them were any of the options. That was the only one on the sheet that was an option.
Gotcha. Okay, let's go back to your CAD file. I think it makes sense why you chose that one. I still don't think they're going to want to put it there because it really doesn't fit, right? So
Right?
Is
right
this one that
now,
we escalate to fee?
I think so, but let's kind of talk through it really quickly. So if you full screen your CAD, Catherine, and then kind of zoom in.
Oh
So
yeah.
right, no, you're okay.
There we go.
Yeah. So right now you have the fixture centered on that wall, correct?
No, right now I have it centered to where the last two fixtures were. The center point of those two is where I put it.
Okay. Which looks like the best option because if you push it down a little bit to center it on the wall, you won't be able to really see all of the fixture, right? Because of the one in the
Right.
corner. If you push it any higher, it gets to the door. I mean, that's where I would put it, to be quite honest. So yeah, I definitely think we should escalate this one to fee though. So maybe you'll finish it, PDF it, publish it, all that good stuff, and put it in the notes for Mervyn. You know, the
Okay,
odd
and I'll put that in
situation.
the notes. And this one's actually ready to go to send. So
Okay.
it's PDF'd
Perfect.
and everything.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a
Okay,
weird
so
one.
the other thing I had was just kind of an opinion question.
Sure.
I have one pulled up. So whenever you get a plan like this, so far my system has just been to like hide, so click a bunch of stuff and hide it. And then once I like get down to like, for instance, these tables right here, to get rid of like that hatch in the center, I've just been having to explode. When I explode, all these words come, and I thought you might have a quick, easy way.
Yeah, actually, go into one that's not exploded or undo.
Okay, yeah, I just undid this one.
Okay, so click on it. Click on,
Triangle thing.
yeah, change it, there you go.
Okay, I did that too, but then that was taking a really long time too for ones that had like, especially on these wall ones, like that's where the tables weren't so bad. It was like these wall ones that are all together and they're in like 4 different pieces. To get rid of that hatching in the middle.
Yeah, that's really tedious.
Is exploding that the best way to go about that? Or did you have
Type BE.
BE?
Yeah, and then select it. Or
I would select it before. Okay, whoops.
BE. Okay, hit OK. I'm wondering if you could just erase the hatch from here. Select the hatch and just erase it. And then on the top, it should say close block editor or something like that.
All right, okay.
Save changes, and it should apply it to all the blocks that are like that. So you'd only have to do it once.
Oh, okay. That would save a lot of time. Perfect.
Yeah, yeah, try it to be sure. Try another one, maybe like one of these
Okay.
larger ones. Yeah. So BE, there you go. Okay. Select the hatch, erase it, close block editor.
Yeah, it looks like that's working.
Okay.
So in general though, Catherine, we don't want to explode any blocks because typically when we work on these programs, they have us upload the final files as well. So not just PDF. So if they ever ask for these, they call them kind of like asset drawings in the end. You know, we don't want to give them stuff that's exploded or anything like that. So
Gotcha.
But that's a great question. I think we should
Okay.
note that for everyone else, you know, not to explode things, and kind of these easy, quick tips.
Okay.
I haven't seen a drawing like this where there's so many layers on top of each other. I'm
Yeah.
wondering if you have layer states in your file so that you could essentially just
Hide
delete,
'em.
yeah, or even
Oh,
just like
yeah.
delete everything on the RCP layer state, right? Because you won't need that for this
Okay,
file. That way,
gotcha.
so if you guys know how to work with layer states, you can see if that's, yeah, unsaved layer. Yeah, see, you have all of these layer states right
Yeah.
here. If you just click fixture plan right there.
Mhm.
Oh, it should,
Let me see. There's two fixture. Maybe this one.
huh. Well, typically layer states, when you click on them, it only shows the things on that layer. So that would be an easy way so that you guys don't have to hide and freeze things. If you have
Okay.
a drawing that has so many layers of information on it, typically it has a layer state. And it's just one click and you get that fixture plan and you don't have to mess with a ton of other stuff. Not exactly sure why it's not working here though.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. And yeah, I have like 5 of these. All of my CAD ones all came in like this. And so
Okay.
I mean that block will help a lot, but I mean I feel like it probably took like an hour of just like maybe not
Right.
after I did a couple, but it took a while and like trying to figure out faster ways.
Yeah, definitely layer states would be. Mervin, do you have any idea maybe why this isn't working? Because that would be a good tip for everyone to just like see if they have layer states so that they don't have to spend an hour deleting stuff.
Yeah, they might not have been set up correctly on this one.
Okay.
I'll have to dig into the drawing a little bit to see what's going on.
Okay. In general, though, like if you guys haven't used layer states, I would definitely Google it really quick, because if you know how to turn that on and off, that would be the easiest option.
Okay.
After that, though, I would definitely do kind of what you were about to do, is go into the layers and just start freezing ones that you think don't apply. That's just going to be your fastest. Deleting things one by one, like you said, will take an hour, which
Right.
kind of not worth it for these
Yeah.
drawings, you know? Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But great questions. I think those are tips that we should share with the rest of the group as well.
All right.
Awesome. Well, that was it for me.
Okay.
Sweet.
Thank you.
All right. So does anybody have anything else? All right. So I'll go ahead and save this recording. And if y'all have any other questions, feel free to reach out in the chat. And I'll look into one of your drawings. Just Uriel, just send me one of your SAP numbers.
You're
All
on
right.
mute, Uriel. Just in case you forgot.
Yes. Okay. Let me send it.
Okay. All right. All right.
Cool. Thanks, Mervin.
Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.